actually. So any sort of like any item which was hers or his, like, or any belonged
You
on
have any
it.
sari? You
Yeah,
got any
sad.
sari from Nani? You got any sari or anything? Or from Ammaji, you got anything? Ammaji from all of
Ammaji, I got this Jhula, Krishna Jhula. I
bring
can
that. Bring that. Yeah, I also just remembered one thing. I'm going to quickly ask my kids to bring it. Yeah. So we are continuing with Wise Womb today. Let me start the recording. Did I? I started. Perfect. So let's have some shares. Today we'll share till 8:20 and then get into the session. Thank you. Yeah. Anyone wants to share? You can go ahead.
I'll go.
Okay.
Okay. What are you celebrating? I think I'm just celebrating overall. I've been going through some notes. So I feel like I'm I don't know. Like I feel nice knowing a few things. I think I have a little more clarity in terms of my own awareness. So I'm celebrating actually the awareness. And I'm able to understand where people are also like not judging, but understanding is how just a little bit of mindfulness and awareness can actually change when I see around like those who are not uh, totally aware of how what is happening. So uh, I'm
Give an
also able to
example. Give an example. That
so,
will.
it's at a workplace. I have a colleague who's into HR and always absent-minded and always like things just. But I feel like even if if she was just mindful, she had already done these things 2 months back, and it was just about executing. But she's so lost all the time, and anyway, but that's not my place to teach anybody anything. So but it's just being aware that this is what is missing. It's just awareness. It's not about even acquiring skill set or acquiring anything. I mean, that's a very ongoing process, but everything is, I feel it's a center, awareness is the center part of it. So I feel I'm able to understand and notice that around. So that is what I think. I'm celebrating that. I'm happy that I'm very humble actually that I'm able to bring in that awareness. And after I left my Reiki practice and all, I had felt very lost. So I think I'm able to. I'm happy that yeah I can do that. Did you notice if you got angry and what was the reason? Actually, I did not get angry. I'm very like I'm thinking, no, I don't know. I'm just letting it be. If it is not happening, not happening. If it is you want to do this, please go ahead and do this. If it makes you happy, it's fine. If this is making me happy, I'll do it, no problem. And if there is by chance any like conflict or anything, I'm able to even peacefully just talk once. If it's able to get resolved, it's fine. If it's getting to like, I don't think so. I'm entertaining anything which is dragging me or consuming my energy towards being angry and all these like irritation, annoying. I'm not consciously investing in any of those. So I'm actually not getting angry. And are you able to avoid taking sides and stay in the middle? Very much. I think I'm just like, it's fine. I'm not, I think I've just like, if it makes you happy, you do it. This is making me happy, I'll do it. Both of us are thinking about our own selves, and it's totally cool. It's like, I've become like that. No questions, just very happy to be here today. I'm in.
Perfect. Thank you. Andrea?
I can go next.
Yeah.
What am I celebrating? I think some of the similar things, just awareness itself and recognizing when I am frustrated or also recognizing if I'm wanting something sweet and why, and stopping myself before going there. It's kind of helped me recently. One of the girlfriends that I went to Sedona with, we kind of made a deal on, a sugar related deal.
Mhm.
So my commitment was, I need a little bit of sweetener in my coffee. So I have that and I don't have any other sugar. And I get like one treat a week rather than like a little piece of candy here and a little piece of candy there every single day.
Mhm.
So I've done, really well with that, and I'm happy. I mean, it hasn't been perfect, but I'm happy. So celebrating that little achievement. I've also been able to get out for a few walks in the morning, even if it was like, 15 or 20 minutes. So that's good too, trying to work that into my routine. Um, did I notice I'm getting angry? Not really, because I don't really get too angry either. Some things that were frustrating me is like the little cat that we have. He is he demands attention. This cat is like a baby. They want something, they want it right now, and if they don't have it, then they have a tantrum. And his tantrum is attacking some of my plants that I have, and he'll just dig right in them, and I'm like, so I'm trying to take a different approach to that, and going over to him and picking him up by the back of his neck and telling him it's my plant.
Mm.
I don't want you to mess with it. So I seeing small improvements there. So hopefully he'll eventually learn.
Mm.
And that is also for me, like, hey, you're not paying attention to me. I need some attention, which is good. I've never had a cat that demanded so much attention of me. So that's good. Am I able to avoid taking sides and stay in the middle? I think for the most part I do. I just naturally I do. I try not to well, I don't know. Is that true? I don't I try to make things, you know, less conflict. So I try to look at, and as I am getting older, it's like I try to look at both sides a little bit more and try to have a better understanding. Sometimes it's hard to stay. So sometimes it's hard to look at a different side if you feel really strongly about it, an opinion. So it kind of depends on the topic. Do I have any questions? Yeah, is the content that we've gone over in this class, is it going to be available after the class, when the class is over?
Yeah, the portal, na?
The
You
portal
will
will
have
still be
access to
available?
the portal. I have not decided to cancel the access anytime.
Okay, all right,
But
great.
I'll let you know if I do need to change it, then I'll let you know.
Okay, all right, great. Yeah, because I feel like I could spend more time diving deeper into all the things that we've discussed.
Mm.
And it's busy. Life is busy, and it's like I feel
Yeah.
like I just haven't. I can't believe it that we're almost done. So we'll have to set a date for a reunion.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
That's
right,
a
that's
great
it.
idea.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I am in.
Thank you. Anupama and Divya. So Anupama, you're ready?
Yeah. What time are we starting the meditation?
It will happen maybe around after our break, maybe around 9 for me.
After the break. But I've called for the flowers, so they'll come by then.
Okay.
Okay. So, what am I celebrating? I think dancing. I had a stage performance on Sunday morning, which went pretty well, and all I know is I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the dance practice thoroughly, and when you come on stage, it's a different feel altogether. Being a performer on stage, it gives you that adrenaline rush and that high. And I feel blessed that I got this opportunity and I made use of it. So that's what I'm celebrating. And if I got angry, Uh, yeah, I got very angry. Last week was my anger. I was angry pretty often, pretty often. I think it was to do with I had so many things. Even the dance practice was taking a lot of my time and energy, and I was so hard pressed for time. And my food, I did not. I decided to eat only raw in the morning for some detox, but that didn't go down well. I got very angry by 9. If I didn't eat by 9:30 p.m. a.m. Any small trigger from the children or my husband or the maid, I completely lashed out at them. And at night, I realized it was just because I was hungry, I could not deal with their tantrums. Those tantrums happen daily, but I was not able to deal with them just because I was hungry. Either I was hungry or I had so much on my head and I was so hard pressed for time that I really wanted them to cooperate at that time and not have their demands and tantrums and all that. So that's what got me thinking that I'm working so hard on myself, and despite all of that, I felt that I was back to square one. Like if I'm hungry and if I'm hard pressed for time, in these are the two situations, major situations, which completely throw me off and out of control. And I don't remember anything. I don't remember the divine Shakti, the divine blessings, the gratitude, nothing. Nothing comes to me. All I know is I'm a fire breathing dragon, and everybody around me, nobody gets spared from this fire breathing dragon. So yeah, I had so I actually made a statement to my family that I'm never going to dance on stage again. Like I'm never ever going to do it again because it caused me so much heartburn and so much. It was such a struggle to take out time and get that cooperation from the family that I could go. And even on the day of my performance in the morning, there was so much happening. I was like, it's not worth it. Like, though I love dancing, it is not worth so much heartburn. Yeah. So I literally went that extreme. Are you able to avoid taking sides and stay in the middle? Yeah, I generally, that is my nature. I'm a good mediator. So I'm able to stay in the middle most of the times. Any questions? Yeah. Questions that I am my best version when life is relatively smooth and easy, but when something comes, some challenges come. So I'm able to tide over certain level of challenges, but when they go beyond a certain threshold, I am not able to manage my emotions. I am going haywire. It's as if I'm picking a fight with everybody, my children, my husband, my parents. I'm in that fighting mode. I'm like, why should I do this? Like, I'm questioning everything that I don't want to be a subservient anymore. I want to live my life too. And people around me are not used to that. They're not used to me doing something just for myself. They always want me to prioritize them first, which I've been doing all these years. So somewhere now when I want to prioritize myself, I see a lot of clashes. Yeah.
Deep breath. Thanks for sharing, Anupama, so vulnerably. And we also have to recognize that you are in a different stage of life than us. You have small children and you have two small children. When you have two children, the level of conflict and demands from the children, that really multiplies manifold. It's not multiplying by 2, it multiplies by 10. So you are in a different stage of life. So let's honor that as well. And that is a very challenging time when kids are small.
So that's what I felt, that should I just wait for them to grow up to be able to live my life, and or like, when is it enough? I met somebody and they said, oh, when the children grow up, their demands are different. You have to be like a friend to them. They can confide in you. Otherwise, they'll turn to wrong habits and bad company. So it is never easy. You have to always be involved. And, so, and like, I start wishing, I wish I had more cooperative husband, a more cooperative. And then when I speak to the husband, he's like, what more he doesn't understand what more cooperation I need. And when he asked me that question, I don't have an answer to it. I don't know what more I want from him and how to explain it to him. But all I know that I am hard pressed for time and there's just too much to be done. I just feel that it's a vicious cycle, and I don't have a solution. My only solution was that I stopped doing dance and I stopped pursuing a hobby or doing anything that I'm passionate about. Because if I go to office, then everybody like, oh, she's going to office. Oh, that's important work. Okay, we'll give her the driver. We'll give her the support. We'll watch the kids for some time. We'll do this. We'll do that. Like, I see so much cooperation around me if I have to go to office. But if I have to go to do dance or do something which does not earn money or does not have any productivity in other people's eyes, I don't see that cooperation coming in, because they don't think that dance is important enough for them to step up and support me. So it is all a mentality issue. It's more like a thought process. And I cannot go around changing the thought process of people around.
Andrea has something to say.
Can you tell those that are around you that in order for you to not be a fire-breathing dragon, that you need to do some of these things that give you joy? And maybe they will respect that. I don't think they respect your hobby, your interests, you know. They respect that you're going to go to work, but they don't respect that you have an outside hobby that doesn't include them. It's important. You need to feel your heart.
I know what you're saying. And like last night, I was putting my daughter to sleep. It was 11:15 p.m. and she was just not sleepy. And I told her, okay, I'll finish my night routine and I'll come back. Shall I do that? Or do you want me to put you to bed right now? She said, no, I'm not sleepy. You go. I went to the washroom. I was staying with my parents. She comes out of the room and my mom is shocked to see her out at that hour. And she's like, what happened? Where's mama? And she's like, oh, mama is meditating. And my mom is getting wild at me. That instead of putting your child to sleep, you're sitting and meditating. You become so selfish. And I'm like, what is happening? I asked her, I went to the washroom. And my daughter is so irritated now. If I tell her I want to do yoga, I want to do meditation, anything I want to do which does not involve her, she's 5 years old now. She's just being so defiant and so irritable. The minute I pick up my phone, she'll like, put your phone down. Even if I've played with her for 3 hours, and after 3 hours, I've thought, okay, let me just check what's happening at work or whatever. She'll start screaming and yelling, put your phone down. So for her, my meditation, my dance, my yoga, everything is an interference or a hindrance to my daughter, 5-year-old daughter. And then she will manipulate the father, the grandmother, and everybody and look like a bichara, like, oh, I'm a victim of my mother who's selfish and always wanting to do her own thing. And then all these people around me will lash out at me that, what are you doing?
Wow.
It's like, I never thought a 5-year-old could be so difficult to manage. Like, my son is really so saintly. I never had any issues with him. He understands. I feel he is the only person who understands me. and like in all of the divine Shakti and all that. I'm like, what about divine Shakti? I have this small ball of fire with me, 5-year-old, who's playing these tricks.
She's an unruly cat. She needs to know who her mama is. I don't have kids, so yeah. It's hard. It's hard. I
And
pray
I
for
think
you.
it's hard on her.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We know, I think we should all pray for you, Anupama, because this is a hard one.
And she's
But
just started the summer break. So she's not used to being home. And I'm not used to her being home 24/7. So it's hard, like the
There's some
summer break.
kids who do well in camps only. They should just be sent to camps because they like to be busy and productive. They can't sit idle.
I hear you, Anupama. I think it's one is the kid that you can't control, but the other part is the husband and the mother when they start putting it on you.
Oh
That's
my
the
gosh.
worst. I'm also there with a 2-year-old. Exactly, can't always wants me and always hyperactive, always wants to do something. So I think I'm more angry at my husband and my mother than making those comments and telling me things versus a kid. So I think you should really talk to them. And then at one point just stop caring what they are saying. Like very free advice, because you should not validate of yourself with with their comments. They somehow, I don't know. Yeah, it's the same thing with me. At one point, just like, listen, please. I know that this is not selfish, and I know, like, you have to stop making these comments. You really have to tell them, otherwise, it's going to. I think that hammers more. That your own mother and your own husband are listening and are, they are not even bothered about the first person who gave them the birth. That one person has come out of me. They are not even bothered about this. So yeah, the kid, you can't do anything. I don't know. No solution for kid, but you should really tell your husband and your mother.
So I think I need to calm down before I have a conversation with them. I have to calm down. And I think venting out here with my girls, I think somewhere it's being therapeutic, like just having this you guys holding space for me and just listening to me. And I'm feeling safe enough to just open my heart out to you guys. And I know most of you know who my husband and mother are. It is not even like I'm talking to strangers. When Andrea meets my family ever, she will know exactly how they are. She'll be like, I know you guys. Oh,
I
you
understand now.
Mm.
yeah, I'm in.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you, Anupama. I think we should all just do that meditation right now. Anupama, will you like that when we see your God and see that connection between God and you getting stronger?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
so
can
we
do
can
that.
all
So
close
yeah,
our eyes and
Ajahn,
just, yeah, we'll do it now only. Let's close our eyes and we imagine Anupama standing. And a few feet above Anupama, we imagine her God. You can see it in any way. It can be like a beautiful ball of light or a figure. And now you request that God to bless Anupama. And you see that connection between her God and her becoming stronger and stronger. And then when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Okay. Hmm. Okay, when you're ready, Divya, you can share if you're ready. Just a few lines. Do you want to share?
Is there an overlap? I don't understand the question. So we all are sharing, right? Or we are not sharing?
We are all sharing, but we are also getting close to time. So, but it will be nice if you share.
No, that's okay. I won't share.
You don't want to share, but we want to know. I think you share. We want to know.
No, that's okay. I said we are short on time. It's fine.
Okay. Okay, no worries. Let me share my screen. I am sharing already. Perfect. Okay, let's do the meditation. So we can first close our eyes. And then open our eyes and just stare at the candle. Keep staring. And when you can't keep your eyes open anymore, you can close them. And see the candle behind closed eyes. Keep your eyes focused on the image. If you cannot see the image, just imagine it. Now take the image between the eyebrows near the third eye. And now bring the image down to your heart and see it warming up your heart. See your heart glowing with that warmth, with that light. And see that beautiful warm light spreading to your whole body, from the tip of your toes to the top of your head. And ask yourself to be guided by your heart. Okay. And keeping this peace within, when you are ready, you can open your eyes. So focus to mother ourselves so we can show up fully in the world. 5 main tools: sleep, food, breath, sound, and self-awareness. These are our 5 tools. And the center is digestion. Really, digestion is key to feeling balanced in body, mind, and spirit. So today we are going to meditate to connect with our ancestors and actually give them some, pay them our respects and give them some gifts. So let's chant the Saraswati mantra. You can chant with me. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let's invoke the energy of Goddess Saraswati. Now let's continue. I'm going to just do a quick recap of last time, that this is a really good time on earth because the Shakti is rising once again. And this is the time we can release what doesn't serve us and become the goddess emissaries that we are. Because when we understand our own power as women, we can actually help Mother Earth and all the other inhabitants, whether it is men, animals, plants. We can help all of them find balance in themselves. So we need to start with ourselves first, and this is the best time to do it. Last time we learned about Shakti Prana, this energy we carry in our wombs. And this energy is very powerful because it can create life. However, millennia ago, when patriarchy came into power, there were a lot of abuse of women, and they started holding this trauma in their womb. And then it got passed on from generation to generation. And how do we know that this trauma is being passed on and we might have it? One of the clues is when we get angry like too much, out of proportion, we get angry. It's almost like our ancestors behind us are also getting angry with us. The power of anger is out of proportion. And then the other thing is disconnection with our own mother can be one reason, because that is also due to trauma. And having conflict with other women. These are also signs that our Shakti Prana is somewhere disturbed. So how can we heal our wombs so we can step into our power? And two of the things we can do is one, release anger, and second, take a pause. Simplifying our life is the biggest gift we can give ourselves. Some of the ideas that were mentioned last time was, if we are getting angry, to hear the message of our anger. What is the reason? What do we not like that is making us so angry? And if we can hear that message, that is huge, because that awareness of what's the reason, that's a big step. And it's a big achievement. Second is full moon women's circles, connecting with the moon, connecting with other women. Then there's a handout I've given. And also during menstruation, taking care of ourselves and not running around all the time. Taking that pause. That's also a handout. Okay. So now, journal in your diaries the remaining part of this sentence. I am from. And now I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes. And whatever comes to you, you start writing. Whatever flows, 5 minutes from now. Thirty seconds more. Okay. Are we done? Okay. Now just read through what you've written and circle any breakthroughs that you have, anything that stands out to you. Just read it in your mind. Done? Okay, so we take a couple of shares and we can start with Divya this time. Divya, will you like to share? Any breakthrough you had in this writing? Just share one or two breakthroughs.
No, that's okay. You go ahead with this.
Okay. You didn't have any breakthrough or you want to save time?
I didn't write because I didn't know if there will be time for me to share.
Okay. Anyone else?
I can share.
Yeah, okay.
Um, I mean, it's not putting it down on paper. I mean, I think I knew all of this all along, but just putting it down on paper was like, oh yeah.
Hmm.
My family has never shown any feelings. We don't talk about feelings and emotions and things like that as I was growing up. It was very, you're crying, stop your crying. What are you crying about? Kind of attitude. Very short-tempered, you know, things like that. So it's very unemotional, I guess, or with no feelings, no like. So I don't feel like I have even today. I mean, it's like I know my mom loves me. I know my siblings love me, but there's a disconnect there somewhere, you know? And my family stuffs their feelings with either food or alcohol. There's a lot of alcoholism in my family, and food, probably, yeah. Food and alcohol. I can see that in my mom and with some of my cousins, and on both sides of my family, a lot of alcoholism. So
Mhm.
fortunately, it didn't carry along into my generation. I would say as much. I'm
Okay.
talking about all my siblings, not my siblings, but all my cousins and things, did not carry through. So that was good. Yeah, and so it's just, I can see that my grandmother was the same way as my mom, you know, didn't show feelings, but they're very strong people, very dedicated, hardworking, you know, they have good qualities, but they just don't show their heart.
Okay. Okay. Thanks for sharing. We can take one more share and then we'll move on. If you have any breakthrough. Yeah, Shrutika?
So it was a lot of random thoughts were coming. There was not really any structured answer. But I think one of the things that probably I felt strongly was that since a child I've not been able to express myself or voice out. I don't feel entitled to be angry or to even have feelings that I could get angry. it was, I think, probably from the fact that I had a lot of siblings and everybody had their own tantrum. And I wanted to be the last person to add troubles to my mom. And then also because I think when I was born and since till then, till 3 years, I was with my grandmother in Bhopal, not with my mom. So when I came back, I did not really feel like my family as my family. I still am more connected to my nani, which is my mother's side, because so somehow I felt not very entitled that I could, uh, have any feelings as strongly as my siblings and had any right to ask from my parents or anybody. And I always thought that this is, because I was away as a kid. And that insight also I got only like 5, 6 years ago. I did not know that first 3, 4 years of my childhood could impact at a psychological or subconscious level and form like these things. And somebody had told me that whatever I'm trying to do, I'm trying to prove that, I'm worthy enough and to my family and to my everything. But writing this today, I also thought that previously, wherever I was or whatever I was in a very similar situation. I was like humble, kind, and nice. I've actually written this that, but I was a good, humble, kind person, but I've not been able to stand up for my own feelings or emotions or anything. And I feel that I'm here so that I've been put into certain situations so that I can break free from that. In terms of I can choose differently this time. I can choose to act upon it, and I don't have to prove anything. I've literally written this. I have nothing to prove, and I need to take back my energy, which is draining me, in terms of just proving or giving in to others or something. And it doesn't have to be a rebel. It could just be like a um, being on my own and just still being worthy and still, voicing out. So I think anything for me, voicing out has been very, very um, difficult all my life. I think it is only because my choice of profession, which is marketing, which you expects you to talk a lot all the time, that I have come to, this at least a little bit of into communication area. Otherwise, as a till I think college, I could not really put myself or express myself. Articulation though was बहुत like very like an alien. So I think I'm happy that yeah, I'm just happy to know that I think this is what I'm supposed to do. It's like
Okay. Okay,
this.
great. Thank you for sharing. Okay, let's go ahead. So basically, I'm going to share about this meditation that we are going to do today. And the story is that our womb is actually a portal. And in today's meditation, you will connect with your womb. In that, you'll also connect with your mother's womb, then your grandmother's womb, and of the women who came before your grandmother as well. And this is like a portal in time. And sometimes you might get messages. It's not necessary, but sometimes you do get messages. And if you don't get messages today, you might get it later in your dreams or over the next few days. So that's all I wanted to share about the meditation. I want to remind you that we carry our ancestors on our back and we have energetic imprints of their traumas. So their memory patterns are in our cells and tissues. We have traumas as well as gifts from our ancestors. There might be some things which you feel like, how come I can do it? Something interesting like you can do, not others can do. That's maybe because you got it through your heritage and through your genetics. When we go into the womb, just being present with what comes up is enough. Like how today we are just being present with Anupama when she's sharing. And just our presence and listening unconditionally without judgment is a big gift. This gift, not only we give her, but we cultivate this quality in ourselves of being present. which is, so it's a win-win for everyone. And sometimes we recognize that imprints are not ours. Like, for example, you might notice the anger is not yours. It is coming from somewhere else. There might be some things you're averse to in your life, like you don't want to do this, you don't want to do that. And then you realize that, but I don't have any previous bad experience for me to be averse to it. And that is something that might be coming from your ancestors. When we tend to our wombs, we create shifts and flow and spaciousness for the prana energy to move in a new way that lights up our mind. And this then benefits everyone around us as well as the past and future generations, because the trauma we carry in our womb, we pass it on. So for us, womb is just like an organ we use to have a birth, to have birth our child. Once the child is born, we forget about it. It's like a cupboard we don't use anymore. We put a lock on it and it's lying in one corner. So just recognizing that we have our womb and going back and connecting with it is huge. Remember, where attention goes, energy flows. So in this meditation, we are going to nourish our womb and we go back our maternal bloodline. We are going to cross time and space. This is Arpan. Arpan is a gift to Mother Earth's womb as well. And even if we've had a hysterectomy, we still have energetic imprints and memories of our ancestors. So it works. And when we connect with our wombs, we reclaim our physical health, spiritual health, emotional health, and creativity. The womb is also our first relationship to nourishment and food. So whatever relationship you enjoy with food right now, somewhere that relationship was formed when you were in the womb. That was the first time you made that relationship with food. Okay. So feel compassion for whatever comes up during the meditation. Know that you are safe and you can move. You don't have to just lie down or sit. If you feel like moving into a different position, you can move. Whatever comes during the meditation, just allow it to move through you. And you might get meditations later. Okay. So that's it. This is just homework. So today's main focus is the meditation, but we will take a break before we go into it. What we'll do is you can choose to either lie down or sit. I have noticed that you might sleep off if you lie down. So that's your choice. We will take a 5-minute break from now, so you can visit the restroom and then find a comfortable position. Okay? We'll be back. Okay, everyone. I just remembered that you need to light the lamp in your altar. I forgot about that. So if you have an altar ready, you can light your lamp. And I was just having a call with Divya too. So that's why I got a little late to start. So that's my altar over there. Just little lamp. Okay. So I say just light your lamp if you have it. If you don't have it, it's fine.
How long is the meditation?
1 minute, Anupama, I'm not wearing my earphones.
And we can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me. Okay. I was just
Ah.
saying that light your lamp if you have a lamp. Okay.
How long is the meditation?
15 minutes, I think. 15 to 20 minutes. Okay. Okay. Now you guys can lie down. You can hear me well. Lie down or sit straight. Okay, close your eyes. And I'm just going to chant the Saraswati mantra again, just to take the guidance and blessings of the goddess. Just listen to the mantra and feel the vibrations. Om. Yeah, and mute yourself. Sorry, I forgot. Just mute yourself. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, everyone else is muted, so that's good. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhirbhavatu me sada. Bring your attention to your breath. Notice how it feels cool when you inhale and warm when you exhale. Now inhale for 4 counts and exhale for 6. Two more times. Now remove all the hats you've been wearing. You're not a mother, wife, not working anywhere. Just remove all the hats and say hi to your soul. You are a free spirit. Now think of someone you love dearly, someone who is the apple of your eye. And feel that love grow in your heart. And give it a color. And see this color fill up your whole heart and then spread out to your whole body. Now your whole body from top of the head to the tips of the toes is full of this color. And especially see this color in your womb. And now see this color spread outside your body and create a 2 feet aura around you of love. So you are now sitting in a bubble of love. It's a cocoon of love. And now see each one of us sitting together in a circle, all 5 of us. We are all in this beautiful circle of love. Now imagine you are sitting on the floor, cross-legged. You might be sitting like that or you might not, but imagine you are. And then see a beautiful green vine extending to you from the center of the earth. It comes all the way up and attaches to your tailbone. And now, through this vine, release any shame, grief, guilt, or anger that you feel. Release it through this vine and see these emotions, see them go down the vine, see them go to the center of the earth, and watch them becoming dirt. Release your guilt. Release your regrets. Release your resentments. Release your feeling of being rejected. Release any shame you feel. And now, through the same vine, you imagine that this beautiful green nourishing energy, the same energy that Mother Earth gives all her plants and trees, the same green, nourishing, abundant, vibrant energy is entering through the roots, coming all the way up and entering you through the tailbone and filling your whole body up. And this energy nourishes your cells, your tissues, your bones, your blood, your lymph, and all your organs. Just see it filling up your whole body and nourishing every part of your body. And notice how you're feeling as you fill up on this nourishing, vibrant green energy. Now we are going to take a trip down memory lane. Imagine yourself to be a small baby in your mother's womb. You're surrounded by amniotic fluid. It is probably dark. You feel your heartbeat connected to her heartbeat, and both your heartbeats are synchronized. Notice if anything comes up for you here. It's okay if it doesn't. Now make an offering to yourself. The first thing that comes to mind, gift yourself. It doesn't need to be logical. It could be prana, love, food, maybe flowers, anything. And gift yourself that. And now see this offering extending to your mother, through the womb. And see this gift being gifted to your mother, and it nourishes her womb, it nourishes her tissues, her cells, and it touches her heart. Observe anything that comes up with a loving awareness. Now imagine that you have become a tiny, tiny egg inside your mother, and now your mother is the baby inside your grandmother's womb. So you see your mother floating in the amniotic fluid and her heart being connected to your grandmother's heart. Now make an offering to your mother. Choose the first thing that comes to you. And as you gift this to your mother, notice how she is feeling. See this offering extend to the womb, to your grandmother's womb, and through the womb, see this offering going to your grandmother as well. It nourishes her cells, nourishes tissues, and her womb we already saw, and it also touches your grandmother's heart. Observe anything that comes up. Now imagine your mother to be a tiny egg inside your grandmother, who's now a baby, and she is in her mother's womb, so she is your great grandmother. Again, there's amniotic fluid, and your grandmother's heart is connected with your great grandmother's heart. Make an offering to your grandmother. And now see that offering extend to your great grandmother's womb. Notice how your grandmother is feeling. And now notice that the offering you made to her extended to the womb, and through the womb, you see it extending to your great grandmother's cells, tissues, and touching her heart. Now notice how your great grandmother is feeling. And now, let's imagine the first woman in your lineage. You don't need to know who she is, but you notice the first woman in your ancestry. And you go to her womb and you send her love. You make an offering to her womb. And you see this offering nourish her womb and then extend to her cells, tissues, and touch her heart. And notice how she is feeling. And now, breathe in, take a deep breath in, breathe in a lot of good prana. And imagine that this prana is nourishing your whole bloodline. And as you exhale, you imagine that you are releasing what doesn't serve you for all these women that came before you. You're releasing their trauma and their pain through your out breath. And with your in breath, you are taking in this beautiful nourishment that is nourishing each one of the women in your ancestry. Do this for a couple of breaths. Completing this breath, you can come back to normal breathing. Now take the opportunity to send gratitude to all these women for all the gifts that you enjoy today. These gifts live in the cellular memory of your womb. Now touch your womb with your hand. And with your heart, look into your womb. The heart and the womb are connected. And through the heart, look into your womb and notice if any messages come up for you. Now feel your connection to Mother Earth. Notice all the parts of your body that are touching Mother Earth. Express your gratitude to her. Now bring your attention to your breath. Notice how it feels cool when you inhale and warm when you exhale. Ask yourself, am I safe? And whenever you feel ready, you can slowly uncover your eyes. And once you open your eyes, identify 3 living objects around you. Now take this time to journal. Journal anything that came up for you. And it's perfectly okay if you did not get any messages. That's fine too. Take 5 minutes to journal. 2 more minutes. Ready? Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to put you in breakout rooms today after a long time. I want you to share with each other and then I'll bring you back. Okay? Is that okay with you guys? Yeah? Okay. Assign automatically breakout rooms. So what you're doing is you have 3 minutes each to share your experience with each other. Okay? So total will be 6 minutes. Divya, are you not going to join with Anupama? Divya, did you do the meditation?
Is this my breakout room?
Yeah, this is your breakout room. I think Anupama got disconnected. Were you able to do it, Divya?
No, I could.
You couldn't do it?
No.
Okay, no problem. No, it's good that these things are coming up also for you because this is a good opportunity to go deeper. It's a very
Yes,
good opportunity.
but I don't know what to make out of it. Like it came up, but I don't know what to make out of it. There are a lot of things. Is it about my feeling of being fair, or is it about my feeling of being taken for granted? What is it exactly? How to make out it? What is it? Like,
So what you need to do for that is actually you journal what you're feeling. Okay? And as you journal, it will become clear to you what is the actual emotion. Are you feeling humiliated? क्या feeling क्या है जो तुम्हें ज़्यादा irk कर रही है? And once you find that feeling, then you connect with the feeling and you ask yourself, where have I felt this feeling before? और वो तुम्हें आएगी कि अरे I felt the same way maybe when in childhood जब मेरे साथ ये हुआ था. And then when you identify the earliest time when you experience this feeling, that's when you एक सेकेंड सॉरी अनुपमा कब से वेट कर रही है वेटिंग रूम में.
yeah.
So that's when you understand, okay, तब हुआ था, and that's why I'm in this cycle. It's a loop. So I'll have to bring her to this room now. She must be wondering. तो ऐसे करके
Yes.
you can Yeah. Let me assign her to this room. We are in room 2 now. ऐसे करके you will find out and then you will do inner child healing. क्योंकि जब तक तुम्हारा वो inner child नहीं heal होगा ना, you will keep recreating this situation with everyone because you are trying to find a different ending.
But then I also feel that I don't voice it out enough for to be understood, how to be taken. Like it's the whole idea of me voicing it out, me giving an impression that it's okay. I don't know how to change that.
So that's a good question. We can talk about this later,
Yes.
but there are things you can do. Yes, Anupama. What do you want to share? Let me give everyone extra time. I think you got logged off or something.
I was in breakout room 1 and nobody joined that. So when
Huh.
I said I wanted to leave the room, I left the room thinking I'll come back to the main page.
Oh,
But when I got logged out.
oh. So what happened
was-
is I saw Divya hadn't joined, so I joined your room. But the minute I joined, Divya joined and you left. All that happened. So let me extend the time. 6 more minutes.
I would like to hear Divya's sharing.
Broadcasted. I broadcasted everything.
Share.
No, I couldn't meditate, yeah. I couldn't go deeper into the meditation. So not much to share. Yes.
Anupama, you can
Mhm.
share.
It was a nice feeling to offer something to my mother, to the grandmother, and to basically connect with my lineage. I felt that I was connecting to my roots. So it made me feel nice to offer them something.
Mm-hmm.
And about the first lady, like the first female in the lineage, my mind got diverted thinking that how did she come on this earth? And then I started thinking that if she was the first lady, then who gave her birth? And was it the apes? Evolution from apes? So I went, my logical mind went to
Somewhere else. Okay.
somewhere else. And but when it ended and when you asked us to open our eyes, at the end, there was some sweet taste in my mouth. I don't know how. I haven't eaten anything the last 1.5 2 hours.
And what
But
gift
when
did you give? What gift were you giving?
I was giving flowers and love.
Okay, so nothing to eat. Nothing like a sweet dish or anything. Okay.
No, nothing to eat. But I had this sweet taste in my mouth. It was a very strong taste. Like it cannot be a figment of my imagination or anything. It was there.
Oh, really? Wow.
It's like
That's very cool. How does that feel?
when I felt that taste, the thought that came to me was that my gift got reciprocated. I was
Oh.
gifting everybody,
Uh-huh.
and they gave me this sweet taste in my mouth. Something in reciprocation. Yeah, but I also felt that I would like to do this again. I didn't go that deep into it. I could not, like, anyway, imagination is not my forte. So to imagine a womb and like I need to do it a few times to get into
Okay.
the idea of imagining these things.
Hmm.
The womb connected to the heart. By the time I find that connection, my thoughts are drifted. So it was not. But yeah, I like the idea of gifting them, gifting them and connecting with them. And I also remembered what Nani had gifted me, a beautiful pearl necklace. So in
Oh.
meditation that came to me, oh, that necklace she gifted.
Oh.
That I-
Excellent. So that's good. I did extend the time, but maybe I can. Anything else you want to share, Anupama? Or Divya? If there's anything else you want to share?
No, no.
No? Okay.
We would like to see you, Divya.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Just put up with me right now. I don't think I'm switching on video today.
It's okay. Another time.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a-
I think, Divya, everyone is a little concerned for you. I don't know if you want to tell them anything or you want to keep
Yeah,
quiet.
Anupama, don't. It's something that, see, it's a beautiful journey of self-awareness, right? I could be so vulnerable and be the way I was because I know it is just not about that single incident. It isn't about just that simple thing. It just happened at that moment. It has a lot of triggers, right? So a lot of ways got triggered. So it isn't just about any one thing at all. And because I know it is a safe space, that's why I am not flying away. That's the best that I can do.
Mm,
Like otherwise, I would just be in a flight mode, shut myself down, and not engage at all. Like that's my mechanism. But you got to see that you guys have created that safe space that I'm still here. And I'm like, my voice is still there. And I'm like, right now, whatever it is, I'm like the best version of not shutting myself down is happening. So, but face would be like, that would like, then I will just, I won't be able to hold myself together. And it's still a session, right? So just please understand that it isn't just one thing. And isn't just about you or that one particular incident. Yes, I need to learn a few things about myself. I got a little emotional, yes. But yes, this is something of very strong awareness that I'm beginning to settle in, that I'm not okay with few things, but I don't know how to voice them out.
mm,
And I don't want people to think that it's okay.
mm,
Anybody for that matter, anybody at all, professional, personal, and then taking out on myself by disengaging. I don't want that.
mm,
So I'm kind of it's a first moment is to be aware about it. Rest we will see how we will go. We are beyond that.
yeah.
And I think that what triggered for me is, you got to understand, I've been the eldest in the family. So my voice never mattered much. The way I feel never mattered much, because if I will do that, there was a lot of other things that on my mom's platter. So I was always hushed down.
Mm,
Yours can wait, it's not important. Yours can wait, it's not important. So for
mm,
me, that space is extremely important, where I am not being given the burden of "Te to samajh hi jaye." So
mm,
it's very important from that perspective. Ki I am so
mm.
it isn't just that. Yeah. So just don't feel like that. Okay. I'm okay. I'm just it's just a journey. Yeah.
Well, I think what I'm hearing is like the way I become a dragon breathing fire
Yeah.
during my triggers. You go in your shell, you like
Yes.
go back in your shell,
Yeah.
you retreat.
Yeah.
And the fact that you have not logged off from this call is a huge thing.
Yes.
You're only retreating your photo, your video,
Yes.
that's it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's huge.
Thanks to you guys for that. You did approach me and made that easier for me. Otherwise, you won't believe I had twice thought of logging out. So
Mm. No, thanks for
you
staying, huh?
didn't.
That would have been
Yeah.
very, like, we would have felt really bad if you did that,
Yeah.
because everyone is wondering what happened to you. So
But
they
the
would
lovely
be,
part is that my feelings were
yeah. Did Divya come back? She got locked out? Okay,
There she is.
okay. Divya, you were saying something? It, the
The
breakup
lovely part.
closed in the middle. The lovely part was?
What was the lovely part?
Yeah.
She's muted.
Divya, are you there? You're muted.
Yes, I'm here. Yes.
What was the lovely part?
The lovely part was that it didn't go unnoticed.
Oh, okay.
The way so for me that's a beautiful thing. Like it holds me together.
Mm,
And that's why I'm here. So yeah.
okay.
The acknowledgement, and I'm like really grateful for that acknowledgement. I was not the only one who was acknowledging myself. I was acknowledged. So
Mm,
thank you for that.
sure. Okay, everyone. So, anyone wants to share? Anything?
I had a question actually.
Hmm?
So we connected to our womb and then mothers. Even in your notes, it was maternal lineage.
Yeah.
So is it always like that? Is it supposed to be that, or matlab, the strong connection, or that sides, or anything that you, or no, or because it is related to womb, it is that that chain only that we have to.
Actually, that's a good question. When I learned this meditation, it was all about maternal side only. But last time when I did it somewhere else, I learned that you can also do paternal side if you want to. You can do the same meditation, but imagine your paternal side. Or you can do this maternal side and at the same time keep gifting your paternal side simultaneously.
Because
you-
I felt that not my dad, but I am a combination of like my parents, right?
Right.
So somewhere my father's side DNA, or even in my mother, if my mother is a combination of her parents,
Mm.
not only my maternal grandmom, but I felt for my maternal granddad is somewhere I should have considered, because his qualities or his mother's somewhere down the line could have been
Mm.
passed on, because it's a unique DNA that you possess of two people.
Two
Though the
people.
womb is the carrier, but this just, it was like just an emotion. Also, what I'm carrying in my altar maybe because it is from both. It is from my
Mm.
Nana and both. So,
Okay, nice.
mm,
Yeah, it's like, I think you're right, because we go into the womb, we can only imagine our mother and her mother, right? We are not able to imagine anyone
Imagine.
else.
yeah.
So, but you can make this meditation your own. Okay?
But it was a powerful perspective. I did not get really any message as such, but I also think that it doesn't have to be very heavy or very eye-opening. It could be simple things also, like but that could change things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I definitely felt the lineage and connection and everything. Did not really get any message, but I'm not so worried about that. I
Okay.
think, yeah, it was just nice to have that strength and protection. That was good.
Hmm. Yeah. Anupama had an interesting experience when she finished. Anupama, do you want to share that? That was very interesting. I had not seen this before.
I'm eating.
Yeah, that's all right.
Um,
Now we know how
I-
much you need to eat.
yeah. Mm. At the end of the meditation, when I opened my eyes, I had a very sweet taste in my mouth. And it was very distinct. It was not like a figment of my imagination. I anyway have a very poor imagination. But so I somewhere, and the thought that came with that sweet taste in my mouth was that whatever I kept gifting the mother, grandmother, and all, my gift was acknowledged by them and reciprocated. So it was like their reciprocation that we received your gift, and this is like something sweet. Like
So
there's a saying also, na, something leaves a sweet taste in the mouth. I don't know. I'm just
There's a
thinking
saying that some experiences leave a sweet
some
taste in your
experiences
mouth.
leave
Yeah.
a sweet taste in my mouth. So literally, I had that sweet taste in my mouth.
Wow. Nice.
very
So,
So
Andrea,
interesting.
you want to say something?
Oh, I thought that was very interesting to have that. And I didn't really get any like clear messages, I don't think. I think just a sense of connection and a little bit of just a sense of like I'm strong and maybe an understanding of why I have some of the digestion issues that I have. And so just thoughts like that running through my head. So whether that was a true message or my own thought, I don't know. And I think I did kind of doze out a couple of times.
Yeah, that happens. That's right.
So,
Yeah.
but it was nice.
Okay, I think for the homework, will you guys be able to access the recording and do it once again on your own? You have 2 weeks to do it
Oh yeah.
because now we'll meet, right? After 2 weeks. So that's good.
Is it possible for 2 weeks you could also upload this presentation? There were some notes that I wanted to
From the
Right.
presentation?
Yeah, if it's okay.
Okay, sure.
Just the qualities of the womb part. I wanted to just jot it down. I couldn't get.
The
You had in your
qualities
head
of the
of the
womb.
womb, the maternal lineage and the power of it. You had a few slides on it. Right.
On this
Just
meditation?
those on this, yeah. That's it.
Okay. So you want like those 5 slides that were there, no? About this
Yeah, I just wanted to
meditation?
jot down those points in my diary so that I can just go back on it.
Okay. Okay, sure. I can share these 5. Okay, I can do that.
Okay.
No problem. Okay. So, any last comments or questions? We'll start with we'll do the ending prayer and we'll have your takeaways. Yeah, Anupama?
Since this is the last month, I was just thinking, like, is there any way, any fun way that we can probably recap what we've learned in these 6 months? Like either through a quiz where you ask us questions in the next class after 2 weeks, like we study the portal, because
Oh.
like my personality needs a goal. So if you set a goal that in 2 weeks you will be asking questions about the last 5 months, you'll be quizzing us, and then I will quickly go through the portal and do my homework and
Okay, I
self.
think that's a good idea. Do you guys like it? We can have like a quiz. That's a good idea, actually.
Yeah, so things will get more like settled in our brain and in our subconscious.
Okay. That's a great idea. So
Okay,
we'll
so
do
how
the
many
quiz.
classes are left? 15th is a holiday, then the following week, 22nd.
Yeah, so 22nd is our last class. And then 29th is the graduation. And that will be like bring your friend day. So you can bring friends and they'll also learn about what you learned. We'll do a meditation together. So I think graduation, I'm thinking, I don't think we need more than 1 hour for graduation. So it will just be a 1 hour call. And That's what I'm thinking. Mainly, it will be for you guys to share what is the transformation you've experienced? What has shifted for you? Maybe some of the practices that now you're doing daily.
Okay, and this inner child healing, I wanted to ask that how many sessions does it take usually for inner child to heal?
One session
That's enough? Like
for
to-
one incident. Like suppose you got triggered right now, you got triggered, right? When people were not helping you with your dance,
I felt not supported.
not supported, na? So what happens is that it's possible that in your childhood also something happened and you didn't feel supported.
Hmm.
And
Right.
this incident reminds you of that. So you are totally triggered and you're lashing out. So we start by talking about this incident that happened. And then we feel it in the body, where it is in the body that you feel it. And then we connect to when was the earliest time that you went through that incident. And once you identify that incident, then we go do the inner child healing, where we go back to that time and space and we recreate that. We talk to the child. So
So
for one incident, for one trigger, you need once, but you will keep having triggers in other areas. But
okay.
slowly
That's
you
what
can learn. So
I've done it
slowly,
once.
slowly you learn how to do it yourself. As you do it with healers, you learn the process. So next time when you have a trigger, you can try and do it on your own. And that's how we do the inner work. This is the inner work. Understanding we are triggered is the first step. It's huge. And then connecting with the dots to the past. All this is what clears us of our resentments and regrets and makes us clean and light.
But is it necessary that the trigger has to be somewhere in the past, when in our childhood? Can't it be maybe when we were 18 years old or 20 years old?
Yeah, it
Like
can be when you're older, but usually with my clients, I have found it to be in the childhood only.
Okay, because because this not being not supported feeling I've got, if I think consciously, it's only from the time I became a mother. That's when I
Okay.
needed support
Okay.
8 years ago. And I
Ah,
see a pattern repeating itself in certain situations. And it reminds me of the days when I was a new mother and nobody around help.
that's why you got so angry. So the thing is, when you go through a difficult experience, your brain tries to create that experience again and again with different people because you're looking for a new ending. So you have closure.
Right.
So
I don't have
you will keep creating it with different people till you get the closure. But the thing is now, with these new times, you don't need to create it again and again. There are affirmations you can say to yourself that I'm done with this. I don't need to recreate it. So in my follow-up email, I can share that affirmation with all of you. You can start saying that to yourself. You don't need so much of the drama now, you don't need. And you can easily stop it. So you can say the
I want to
affirmations.
stop it. Yeah,
Ah,
I really
so
want to stop it.
you
It's
say
not
the
serving me.
affirmations, and if you want, you can do inner child healing also. It's up to you. Okay.
Okay.
So I will share
it.
the affirmations.
Thank you.
Okay, so put your takeaway in the chat. Any one takeaway today? I hope Anupama's questions were helpful to all. Yeah, no, this is everyone struggles with this. Okay. Okay. Into blessing for helping people. Effective the means to create. Absolutely. Awesome. So let's just, yeah. Yeah. And I think, Anupama, it's very powerful for you to make that connection to your past. That's why you were triggered. That is very powerful. And whatever comes up is because it's ready to be healed. So remember that. Whenever you have a trigger, that means it is ready to be healed.
Are sadness and anger like same sides of the coin? Like you said, anger could be like one of the triggers, and you start understanding that and then probably work on it. But sometimes, like, I don't get angry most of the time, but I do feel like sad. Is that like a trigger?
Is sadness a trigger? I'll have to think of that. I want you to also, yeah, I think sadness is also a trigger. Because I have felt that, I have felt really sad. And then I connected that it was because of some past incident where I had felt the same sadness. Being a kapha, maybe you don't get so angry. Kapha people have a tendency towards sadness and depression actually. So maybe that's why. So next time when you feel so sad,
Yeah.
explore within yourself what have
Mhm.
you felt that before, and that will give you answers. Okay. So let's just close our eyes and thank the universe for this opportunity to connect, to learn, to grow. We are always growing and learning, and let our difficult experiences create more growth in us. And let's ask for this boon that we can overcome our difficult experiences with ease. We can overcome challenges with ease. Everyone has challenges, but we can ask to get over them with ease. And also remember, whenever you're stuck, ask your spirit guides for help. They are just waiting for you to ask. Okay, and they will jump in. And don't forget to thank them. Okay. Wishing for everyone in this world to have health, happiness, and for their mind to be turned towards auspiciousness. And keeping the peace within, we can open our eyes. Good night and good morning, everyone. Have a great day, and we'll meet after 2 weeks. Okay. Bye.
Have a great day, ladies.
Bye.
Bye.